This is Scoxford. Check it out. I wrote down what I want to say again because I noticed that I've been rambling lately, and I think it has something to do with the fact that I've been writing down what I want to say. When I got to Oxford and I started my primary tutorial, which meets once a week for 8 weeks, it was in ethics, and my ethics tutor said, why do you want to study ethics? How can I make this course more what you're looking for in this course? Because there's a lot of leeway, there's a lot of room to change a tutorial to suit what you really want to learn about. So I said I'm wanting to go to law school and I want to make this tutorial ethics and try to gear it towards law, ethics and justice, ethics and jurisprudence, that kind of thing. And she said, sure, how does this sound? We'll start off, first 4 weeks, first half, we'll study different ethical systems. We'll study Mill, Kant, Rawls, Aristotle's virtue ethics, and then the second half, the second 4, we'll actually apply those and see how that works with justice and things. I said, sounds great. So I'm 2 weeks into the second half. Now I've been going to the law library. There's a huge difference between the law library and the philosophy library. Might have something to do with funds, because the law library, for one thing, is about 10 times bigger than the philosophy library, which is just this little room with some bookshelves on either side. Law library is massive, 2 floors, possibly another floor underneath, I haven't seen it. Books all over the place. They've got a huge section for British law, a huge section for US law. They have Canadian law and stuff like that. So Canadians do have laws, I found out. But the chairs are super nice in the law library. Leather, big black leather chairs that slide without making a sound. They have pads on the feet or something. Philosophy library, big wooden chairs, just solid wood, and they go really loud when you back them, even just slightly move them, which upsets everyone. So that, also the philosophy library, each of the little reading sections, which the entire center of the library is just reading tables laid out, and then on the outsides all the way around are books, and then the second floor all the way around are books, and there's just an opening in the middle. So in the middle you have all the reading desks, and then skylights, tons of skylights on top, and then there's the second floor is just around the edges. But nice little desk, you get your little power surge protector to plug in for your laptop. Each desk area has its own little light, so you go and read when it gets dark, which it does get kind of dark in the law library because the bookshelves have sensors on all of their lights. So if you want to go into the bookshelf area on the sides, it's really dim. You're like, why is it so dim over there? But then you walk between the shelves and the lights get brighter. And you're like, oh wow, I can read all these book titles now. And then you leave, and you turn around, and about 30 seconds after you leave, it's and the lights dim. Really cool, unnecessary, but very cool. I was eating dinner tonight, my spaghetti. This is pretty good spaghetti. I'm running out of my food money. You get food money for a month. I'm kind of out. I've got 10 pounds left, but I get more food money on Tuesday. So I'm like, this is good spaghetti. This is pretty good. But it smells kind of funny. It smells really attached to taste. It's hard to eat this when this smell. What is this smell? I can't put my finger on it. It's like burnt rubber almost. Oh, formaldehyde. My spaghetti tastes like formaldehyde, or smells like formaldehyde, which also makes it taste kind of like formaldehyde. So I couldn't eat that. It was just disgusting. And I have to find something else to eat until Tuesday. But that spaghetti is disgusting. I've been playing Mega Man 2. I saw a list online of the top 10 weapons. I mean, everyone has these lists. Not everyone, but all these video game sites and stuff have these lists of top 10 video game weapons of all time. And it was an interesting list because it had some unique weapons. One of them was the Blade Beam Blade Blaster from Mega Man 2. And it said basically when you get this, you can just annihilate everything for the rest of the game, except for a few select bosses that it's not effective against, in which case you use something else and you're fine. But you pretty much dominate once you get this weapon. So I'm like, I gotta try this. I have it on my computer. So I played it, got the weapon, sure enough, blasted through the game. I mean, beat it 2 days after I got it. And I wasn't playing all day. I was just playing maybe an hour a day or so. But I was telling other people about it. I'm like, Mega Man's usually really hard for me, but once you get this weapon, if you're using the right weapons, it's super easy. But then we were talking about what are the hardest games of all time and stuff. Battletoads. Battletoads on the NES, hardest game of all time. Okay, me and Adam were playing it, Adam and I were playing it, and It's so hard. We can get like halfway through, mostly because Adam's really good at it and he kind of carries me through the game. But then we get to this point where you have to like ride on these hover bikes and like jump and dodge stuff and whatever. And Adam can do it, but I can't. So we slowed it down to like 1/10 speed, and I still can't do it. It's just still too fast for me. And then we beat that, and it just gets harder. It just gets harder and harder and harder. Even though that is impossible, it gets more impossible. And we're playing it on like 1/10 of the normal speed, and we have a hotkey where we press it and it goes back 10 seconds. So if we die, press it 10 seconds before we die, we can react to whatever killed us and make it that time. Still took us hours upon hours, took us several days to beat the last 5 levels on slow motion with instant, like, second chance whenever you die. It's just impossible. I would like to see someone beat that game without any cheats, without slow motion or anything, because you get like a few lives and then you're back to the start of the game if you die after that. So, hardest game of all time, Battletoads original NES game, not Battletoads Double Dragon. I'm going to Seville, if you'd like, to see my girlfriend in 2 weeks. I have a week, like almost a week-long break. It's an extended weekend, but it makes it about 6 days overall for spring break. It's after term is over, but before my special section. Oxford works weird, not weird, just different. It has 3 8-week terms, whereas we have the semesters, and they end up in school less than we do back in the States, but it's a lot harder, so it makes sense. But anyway, we have an 8-week term, and then to make it more like a semester, our program does another 4 weeks of stuff after term is over. Well, in between that, I get a break, and I'm going to see my girlfriend, which is awesome. And then my sister's coming to visit me at the end of the second half of this program, so that's awesome too. And I'm going to see my girlfriend after my sister comes and visits me. So this is going to be wonderful. I'm already pretty much out of money, but from buying plane tickets and hotels, rooms and stuff. But, you know, I'll make it work, because it'll be worth it. Last night I'm lying in bed, like, what is this? I have this feeling that I want to read. Like, I really want to read something. Just want to open a book and read it. I feel like I haven't read enough today. I think it's because I've been reading so much lately through this whole Oxford program, because the tutorial system is like all reading, and then once a week you're spending an hour discussing a paper that you wrote based on your reading, or if it's your secondary tutorial, once every other week. But I just felt like I really wanted to read, which is weird. And term is almost over, which is kind of sad, because a lot of people will be going home once term ends, even though the SCIO students, our program, is going to stick around after term, because we have a whole semester's worth of stuff to cover. But I'm starting to miss Oxford before I even leave. I miss the streets, I miss the nightlife. There's tons of like college stuff. You like music, you like jazz, you like clubs, you like comedy, you'll find something. There's stuff every week going on. And I miss this college atmosphere. It's really cool. And I haven't even left, and I'm already starting to miss it. I miss the streets, I miss the bricks, the cool looking buildings. I just miss it all, even though I haven't left. So far, from junior high until now, every school I have gone to has begun with the letter O. Our high school, Olivet Nazarene University, and now Oxford. So I need to go to law school that begins with the letter O, preferably in the top 25 law schools in the nation. That's what I'm shooting for. So if you can find one, let me know. I'm thinking maybe Ohio. Does Ohio State have a good law school? I don't know, but it's got to be with the letter O. I just got to keep up that tradition. But hopefully this is under 10 minutes, and I can give this last shout out to our most valuable subscribers, which are Adam and Kristen. That's right, I said subscribers there too. Adam and Kristen, because you guys are engaged and soon you will be one flesh, I figure I will just give you one shout out for both of you for being most valuable subscribers. Thank you for watching. I'll see you before you know it. Bye.